The General. This is The Prisoner, season 1. There is only one season, so we're going to talk about this episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. If I give a 1, that means it was good. I like the storyline. I wasn't dying over this episode in general. So far, out of the ones I've reviewed, this is the weakest of the ones. So there's this new method of speed learning where there's the general, there's the professor, his wife, the general, and they've developed the speed learning thing. I don't really know why you need it. I wasn't sure why it's a thing at all. Like, I just didn't get why it was there. So it's like you could remove this episode and nothing would change, I think. I'm not sure if this is one of the core episodes that you need to watch. I still liked it overall, so it's going to get a decent score, but I didn't love it. We know the speed learning is messed up and weird and the general's fake or whatever, right? So you come to find out that they're hiding the guy and it's really just a computer system, and then 6 has to kind of outsmart it. That's your Star Trek style Kirk outsmarting the computer kind of a thing. We've seen this kind of thing before. It was done pretty good. Like, there's a little bit of a mystery to it, and there's some neat parts where he's accusing the woman of being the general and stuff, and it's like, that kind of thing. And it was all right. For the pacing, I'll give it a 1. Same kind of reasoning here. You're just kind of waiting for him to like unravel this thing, and he's going to. And it doesn't have any consequence for him. It's not like the Schizoid Man where it was really just a mind bend. You're like, whoa, like this is a mind F, right? You're like, what is going on? This one, you're like, yeah, this speed learning's weird. Something's up. What is it going to be? And you just find out at the end. There's a couple of tense parts where he's got this recording and he's found this original recording, and then he hides it in the sand, and then they're trying to find that as well. So there's a couple of little things in there. The pacing's okay. Again, a 1 out of 2 means it was okay. The pacing was fine. I wasn't bored or anything. I don't think there's any boring episode of The Prisoner really, but I wasn't like edge of my seat, and it wasn't like super tense like the last one was. Artistry, I'll give it a 1.5. Again, it looks good to me. This is a Blu-ray. Tubi looks like it has like a Blu-ray release or something. I've not seen this release anywhere. So it looks pretty damn good. I like the look of the village. There's a cool part with the wax guy. He hits him in the face and it breaks apart. That's kind of a neat little effect. The computer looks fine. Nothing crazy. There's no big chases or action or anything. But yeah, everything looked good. Everything's fine. The characters, I'll give it a 1.5. I of course, number 6 is awesome, and everything he says and does is amazing. He's just like the best. Number 2 in this one was like all right. I didn't feel he was that threatening. I didn't feel his plan was really of any use. The lady was fine, I guess. There's another guy in there. Was it 15? I can't remember his number. And he was sort of like helping out 6. He was kind of neat. He had a light blue outline. So I would have given this like a 1 out of 2, but actually he made it a little bit cooler. I kind of like that there's like this kind of inside man who's trying to help and stuff. That way he was kind of neat. I don't think enough was really done with that guy, so he's just kind of there. But yeah, 1.5. Characters were fine. I'll give the enjoyment factor a 1.5. I actually really did like this episode, but I just didn't love the episode. I'm not like, oh my god, like this is so amazing. You have to see it. So overall score is going to be a 6.5 out of 10 for this one. It's the weakest one I've seen so far, only because really the story and pacing were just not up to the standards of the last few. Now, some of these ones that I've already reviewed are just amazing. Like, I love Schizoid Man. That was just like a mind blow, like just so awesome. Like the acting and like just the confusion and how they're trying to trick him and all that was so cool. This one, it's not necessarily tricking him. They're not really against him. It's just sort of, they're just got this thing and he's like, well, this is fake. So interesting themes, speed learning and all of that stuff. And, so you retain a bunch of information. Does it do anything for you really? Like, they go and quiz you like, what is the whatever date of this? It's this. Okay, what is that? Like, do you know that, or have you just been conditioned to respond that way? Outsmarting the computer's kind of neat. He asks one question. I don't know if I was number 2, I don't think I would have let him ask the question. There would have been many weird questions, and I'm not sure it would have worked. Like, to me, if you ask why, the question he asks is why. I think the computer would just be like, invalid question. You know, look, it's an older show. They wouldn't have really known, you know, exactly how this would have worked. But in any case, I still thought this was a pretty good episode. It is the weakest of the ones so far, but I still like it, and 6 is awesome. So there you go. Make sure you check out the playlist for classic TV shows. There's lots on there. Star Trek's, of course, Prisoner. There's Blake 7 has just ended, so that's on there as well. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.